네. those of you who've been watching know why I'm doing this. This is definitely your first video of mine that you're watching, and you're wondering what the hell is going on. Truth is that I am supposed to be live streaming a lot, but and the fact that I commute to work every day very early in the morning, and
Here I'm gonna hop off. I need to have a lie down.
So what I'm going to try to do is, in the realm of consistency, I'm going to try to still make videos and still have this, but it won't be live. I might run them live. I haven't figured that out yet. I might not really premiere them, but like rerun them with my live filter and put my avatar in there. And that might work because then I can have some chat and we can do that. But I probably will not be involved in it. It's kind of like my sleep stream, except that it won't be me sleeping, it will be me commuting to work every morning. Yeah, so we're gonna do it like that. So I'll just talk about random stuff, stuff that are going on, and maybe even the traffic. Who knows? But we'll just see where this goes. Normally I'm listening to the radio, and yeah, right now it is 16 degrees out, almost 6:30 in the morning. If there is a chat, how you doing? I hope you're doing well. Hope everything finds you. This, like I said, this is a test to see if I can do this. See if this is something that is viable. This is going right along the lines of what I wanted to do for my birthday. Which is what it was going to be, it was going to be a series of film videos that I was posting up. I had no intention, zero intention of doing live streams or anything like that. chance of doing some live at night, but for the most part it was going to be shot video of what was happening during the day, especially on my birthday because of the craziness. And just anything that was salvageable or anything that, like something like this video where that I was conveying information, even though the video quality or where the video is, because I need to put in a, I don't know if you can see my hand, but I need to put something here so you can actually see my face when I'm filming this, instead of down there where you can't see me at all, or you see only part of me. I can't look down, I can't see what I'm filming, so, but that might be a distraction, so this might be better to do it this way. I don't know. I haven't figured that out yet. I have not even figured anything out yet. But my commutes are about 30 minutes. They're a little bit longer than that every day. They might go into an hour if I get the change up that I'm looking for. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't, this isn't like my I'm doing this wrong video where like after 5 minutes I was able to just shut it off and say I'm done, and wipe my hands of the whole situation. Yeah, it's kind of crazy. So yeah, you're gonna get the whole commute, and it's gonna be what it's gonna be. There's gonna be, maybe some dead time. I don't know anything. But what this will do is this will allow me the time that I need to figure out what I'm going to do. I've had a few major setbacks with my streaming, and it's not anybody, even the people that report me, it's not their fault or anything like that. I don't blame, I blame them, but I try not to blame them because I know, that, well, I'd like to believe that what they were doing is what they thought was the right thing to do, and I still in my heart want to believe that. I mean, because otherwise, just people are just evil, and I really have a hard time, wanting that to be true. And so it is what it is. 18 degrees out. The end of March, almost April. Friggin', this is insane to me. I hate the cold. I will say that my handling of the situation, both times, even with the removal of the video, that I just recently had, even with that removal, I'm not handling it well. I'm handling it very piss poor, and I'm hoping that I can come back from it. I was on Twitter, going boo, 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 boo is me, and people were posting shit like, hey, don't bring this into other people's streams, you idiots. Don't bring your personal stuff. people are going through their own shit, and they don't need to hear your shit, and especially heavy topics. And I'm just like going, but this is what's happening to me as a streamer. I think I don't know. It's really bizarre because I have a lot of freaking my own private shit going on. I have my own, I have all of that stuff, and I think that I compartmentalize it pretty well. And maybe I don't. Maybe I'm doing, it's got a little bit of bleed through, and not doing what it, what I intended for it to do. But it is what it is. I definitely noticed. I think my voice is lower in my head than it comes out on recorded. So what you're listening to is actually a lot higher pitched, and I am sorry about that. And I have no idea why somebody told me that my voice is ASMR, because I don't see it. Especially after me singing the Doors songs without music. I couldn't carry an ASMR on that with that voice. No way. No way, no day. I think my voice is average. I've talked about my voice before. Nothing special. Nothing. Nothing. I don't hear anything. Even with my singing and even my impersonations. I can hear myself in my voice, if that makes sense. Because I guess I know where in the impersonation I screwed up, and so I can hear myself in it. But some people say I do spot on impersonations, and it is what it is. And but I don't hate my voice because of the way it sounds. Even the higher pitch, when I hear the higher pitch recording. Because the funny thing is, I don't know if you know it, but I've actually recorded my voice twice, and there is an uptick. Me singing pretty much the same song. There's an uptick in my recorded voice when it's re-recorded, so it's getting higher pitched anyway. So I don't know if that's what people hear when they hear my voice, and I don't what the hell do I know? I know nothing. But yeah, so it did. I could probably listen to myself at work. They've been threatening to get me earbuds anyway, so maybe one of these days I'll get earbuds, and they don't have to listen to my. They actually hear my music, or I play this. They won't have to listen to this either. But I don't really need to hear it until I'm actually publishing it. So, because I definitely know that I'm going to listen to it probably several times in the publishing process. So it's probably not worth it. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to pretend that this is a live video. And run it like that. Half hour is actually a really good. I have to admit, I've done some several videos, especially live videos, and I know that like Twitch and even YouTube, you know, they're banking on the longer duration because they can put more commercials in it. But as far as like watchability and stuff like that, if you have something to convey, half hour is like the perfect time to convey. And I know that I'm not. Well, it's perfect. It's the perfect time for somebody to watch, and you can deal with one subject, and you can have one focus, and you can do that. So I find a half hour to be just about right. I think it's the sweet spot for videos. So this should work out pretty good because they're going to be about a half hour to 40 minutes long anyway. Gave myself a little bit, gave myself a little bit extra time this morning, so I am actually very early to work. So it's kind of like, it's kind of weird to do this. And today is supposed to be a short day anyway, so this is gonna be kind of interesting getting there. To work this early.
Marcy left being all alone. Hello? Oh, the bean's driving.
Yeah.
He doesn't know I'm on the call.
Yeah, so I don't know what I'm going to be talking about every morning, but it's going to be something. Hope this works out pretty good. I'm actually looking forward to it.
Hey, your headset's not hooked up.
And I hope you guys enjoy it.
Can you hear me, Q?
I think it is kind of weird that I don't have the radio going. One of the things that I was thinking about listening to is some audiobooks and stuff like that because of these commutes. And I just never, I don't know, after a decade of freaking commuting like this, and even doing some really long commutes, you know, I've only done the audiobooks once. It worked out really, really well. Definitely passed the time away, and I didn't do it again after one book. Talk about my beef with Twitch. I don't see it. There's nothing wrong with Twitch. There's nothing wrong with fucking Amazon either. I don't agree with their business practices. I don't agree with how not only have they treated other companies, their real competitors, but I also don't agree with how they treat their workers. I have the same feelings with Walmart and pretty much all major corporations. So those are my own personal feelings. So it's not a reflection on what people, people are like going, oh, should I not buy you something from Walmart because of it? And I'm like, no, it's not. It's not that. It's that I don't agree with it. I am, this is my statement. If you agree with my statement and you say, hey, I'm going to try to like cut down or get rid of Amazon out of my life, I will support you 100%. If you don't, I still support you 100%. It's like, there's a common ground. That's the only that would be the only difference. But we don't need to have that. It's good to be freaking different. I mean, this is my value, and my values could be screwed up. I don't make any notions that I am have angelic perfect values and morals and things of that nature. If I don't, I just don't like those companies. Don't like what they did. It's like Starbucks. Don't like Starbucks. And you're probably saying, what the fuck do you have against Starbucks? And the reason what I have against Starbucks, one, the fact that they have been union busting and doing a really good job of it for years. But aside from their union busting, I remember being in Chicago and all these beautiful coffee shops, all unique, all different flavors. And the coffee was awful in most of them. And it was just that. Bad coffee with freaking poetry slams and, artistic freaking values. And, they were selling artwork on the walls. You could literally buy anything in that place. In those places. And I remember, the one Starbucks that opened up. And people were flocking to it. The coffee was awful. It's freaking shit. They freaking, act like they're some French boutique or something like that with grande and latte and, venti and whatever the fuck they do. And, just fucking large coffee. Not a fucking latte. Not gourmet at all. Freaking just shit coffee. Shit coffee and freaking shit way. And this crappy ass coffee, and like I said, some of the coffee houses in Chicago, coffee was nothing to write home about. But the personality of the coffee house, that's what made it. That was what was so awesome about it. Starbucks, with their expensive coffee, come barreling through and shut down all of those places. There isn't. I don't even think there's a coffee house left in Chicago. I don't think there is. I think it's all fucking Starbucks. There were coffee houses that were there for 50, 70, 100 years. There were coffee houses that were, during the speakeasy time, and they were touting that they have secret rooms and freaking, all this other stuff. All those coffee houses are gone. Gone. The poetry slams and this stuff, they had to find a different venue. I heard they were doing poetry slams out of freaking middle schools, church freaking basements. What? Talk about going where there's bad coffee. I feel that, like, places like Starbucks ruin our culture. Places like Amazon ruin our culture. Places like Walmart ruin our culture. And now we're stuck. We're stuck with them. And we have to use them. That's the reason why the main reason why I don't, I do my best not to participate in the commerce of those companies is because I'm forced to. I have no other choice. I am literally down with the masses to be put through this ringer, and I have to spend the money that I work so fucking hard to get in these places that basically are ripping apart the creativity, the uniqueness of us as a species, and they're literally just droning us to basically where we are born, we work until we can't work anymore, and we spend our money on them for products that we probably don't need but make us feel unique. And I am definitely in the commerce area, and I definitely want to be, contributing to that, but I can definitely, I don't have to support Amazon, Walmart, Starbucks. I don't have to support these companies. That's how I feel about that. That's all I got to say about that. So it is an amazing thing. But yeah, so how much of a hypocrite do I have to be when I basically tout how much I hate Amazon, and here I am, I'm supporting. Now, mind you, I didn't directly spend any money on Twitch, but people did spend money on me. I did get wrapped up in their merchant store, and I spent a little over $50 buying 2 t-shirts from 2 different people who have merchant stores, which, just so you know, Amazon. Which makes sense that you can set up a merchant store in there because you're basically an Amazon merchant under the guise of Streamlabs or whatever else it is. But you're through that, and that just kind of makes me sick. And you're like, oh no, but you're on YouTube, and it's like going, the practices of YouTube are also bad. These people aren't treating their creators properly, and the removal of my video is definitely a great example of like how to treat someone poorly. And I have to admit that I was tempted to not come back, not fulfill my promise to give this another year. And I can't stress the fact enough that my promise to give this another year is definitely not doing so hot. So it could end at any freaking time from my vantage point. And it could just be a mood swing by me. That's how bad it is for me. I could just have a bad day and quit this whole thing. That's how close I am to the end. Here I am talking about, like, oh, what would happen if I got monetized on YouTube? Just so you know, I will make this promise. If I get monetized on YouTube by January 31st of next year, I will stay doing this. That's a promise. And the reason I can make that promise is because it ain't gonna fucking happen. Nobody's gonna even watch this video, so I can make this promise here. Not like some streamers who basically make promise like to get a tattoo or something like that if they reach a certain quota. Yeah. Going from 47 subscribers to 1,000, and going from 50 watch hours to 4,000 watch hours to basically monetize me is never going to happen, because nobody's going to even see this video. Nobody's going to watch this video. So, I mean, as many impressions as this gets, as set up as I get this done, there's going to be a few people that come in and watch this video. They're going to see the first 10 minutes of it, and they're going to stop. And I give 10 minutes, and that's charity. Charity. I'm lucky if a person sits 4 seconds in any one of my videos. My parody of Black Sabbath's Iron Man, Iron Mouse, the average duration is 15 seconds. 15 seconds. And that's my most watched video. It's a 5 friggin' minute song. Actually, I think it's only a 3-minute song. Whatever Iron Man is. Maybe it's 4 minutes. Who knows? It doesn't matter. Semantics. Semantics 15 seconds. To most people, it's 15 seconds. To half the people, it's 15 seconds or under. So yeah, me saying somebody's gonna watch 10 minutes of this video, it's like, yeah, this is the end of the video. So I can make all the promises that I want. I can say if this then that all day long, because that shit's not gonna happen. And I'm almost at work. And I will definitely see how this does. You will definitely get a chance to see how this does later. Alright, let's shut this off. Oh, as always, I want you to have a wonderful day. I hope whatever you're doing, whenever you listen to this, whenever you hear this, I hope it is a marvelous, wonderful day. Alright, and as always, cool beans. Alright, take care. And all the videos right now are to focus on to what's going on now, what I'm doing now. It's how I got here. I want this to be fun, and not, be too harsh on myself, because I am an egomaniac, and I know that if I go the other way, I will be the absolute opposite. I will be talking about how great these songs are. And I wanted to just be honest. I don't don't want it to be. I don't want to sound like I'm being detrimental or putting myself down in any way. But I see the place for improvement. And people who sing, or even people who don't sing, because this is I'm not a singer. You can have what your ears hear. If it's good or bad, you can be to absolutely anything that I've ever sung. You can be absolutely 100% honest. My most popular videos are me singing. And
Well, are you able to hear now? Speak.
It tears down my site. I think it's one of the things that tears down my channel. I think my channel is basically, almost dependent upon me singing, and in the same turn, my singing is what sends people away. And I don't have any notion of it being the opposite. I don't even have any notion that these types of videos is what people would be interested in. Maybe it's the way it starts. 2 seconds in, they're already lost interest. I'm messing with the camera. I'm just saying, hey, and not speaking for 2 seconds for a minute. They're gone. It's like even like this video. This video you're going to be watching, how it starts is not very good, and I've gotten to the point where I'm doing that on purpose now. Maybe I don't want to do it on purpose, but I'm doing it on purpose. I'm not hooking people in. I'm basically just letting it do what it's going to do, because I know that the majority of the people that click on my videos, that stumble in here somehow, the majority of them only watch for 4 seconds. And yes, most of them are bots. And I'm not catering to bots anymore. When I lost 13 subscribers in one fell swoop, it was because I was doing my birthday sleep stream while I was out, doing karaoke and stuff like that. But it was because of that when I came back and I saw all these freaking bot messages, as soon as I started getting rid of them, as soon as I started removing them, all of a sudden I started losing subscribers. I mean, is that a coincidence? It could be, but it also could be the fact that I got rid of the bots. And yeah, it did not make me feel good. I will admit, it definitely did not make me feel good. Because, I still don't even have the minimum requirement for a Twitch streamer. And I've been at this for over a year. A year and 2 months, 14 months I've been doing this. And I watch people be on for a week and they're already making, they're already pretty relevant. So, and I gotta look at what it is about me and how I'm streaming compared to them and how they're streaming. I gotta look at that. I have to actually really seriously take that into consideration, because it's obviously working for them. And yes, I'm on a different platform, but I can't even get to the minimum requirements for their Twitch platform. When I was on Twitch, I noticed that I was already getting into the numbers that I had on YouTube. It's it blows my mind. The free subscription. It's free. You don't even, it doesn't cost don't need to wield it as, you know, some big thing. I mean, if you like my videos, subscribe. I mean, like, how difficult is that? I mean, it's not rocket science. If you don't like my videos, don't subscribe. In fact, tell YouTube to stop including me in their searches, so you don't see me ever again. It won't hurt my feelings. But, you know, thumbs up, thumbs down, you know, I'm not at that point where thumbs up, thumbs down means anything. And I don't get enough thumbs up, thumbs down to mean something. I mean, when, you know, 100% of my, you know, my ratings is a thumbs up, and then you go in and you say, well, how many thumbs up do you have? 2? 1? You know, how is that, you know, how does that signify that how useful or how much you're going to, like, you know, promote those types of videos? It's one of the reasons why, like, you know, the videos that have the most thumbs ups and thumbs downs is my, you know, my parody videos or covers, you know, anything in loud noises. Those have lots and lots of views, and I think, oh, these views that they have is mostly because of impressions, because 90, 98, 99% of the Pekin people who are watching my videos are coming in from another source. They're not subscribers. Then when you look at how many times my subscribers actually watch my videos, it's, you know, I'd be lucky if my subscribers actually watch 10 videos a month. Be lucky. And though my subscribers have the most viewing time, it kind of goes like, it's a whole, you know, two-handed, you know, double-edged sword, because that, I think it was last month, it was only 0.6%. So 0.6% of the views that I got were from subscribers. And my subscribers account for the viewing hours 60% of my viewing. So 40% of it. So let's say I have 30 hours, 30 viewing hours. You know, 2/3 of it is 2/3 of my viewers of viewing hours is my subscribers, and they account for 0.6%. They don't even account for a percentage of the people who click on my stuff. Now, mind you, also, you know, the non-subscribers are, you know, includes the bots and, you know, people trolling and everything like that. But I don't know how much that is. You know, everybody streams bots. Both the removal of the first reincarnation as a door, and my test Twitch stream for Christmas Eve, when I was going to reveal my, you know, setting up the reveal for my avatar, my VTuber model. That all of that was when they removed me, and they told me that there is potential criminal charges being pressed against me, and then they pressed criminal charges against me. You know, all that stuff. The entire time, people were screaming, "It's bots. It's automated. Don't worry about it. It's it's just pomp and circumstances. You know, the charges that are being pressed against you aren't anything." It's like I feel like I don't even want to say it. But I feel like somebody's done something horrible, and people are saying, "Oh, it's not that bad," you know, or that's just how the system works. You know, the casting couch for movies. That casting couch, you know, is how you make movies. It's how you get leading females in your movies and stuff like that. You have to use a casting couch. You know, no, it's wrong. Don't do that. It's bad. You know, you wonder. You know, I always wonder, like, how do people, like, you know, I don't even want to say his name, but you know, how do these predators, you know, with positions of power, you know, are able to do this not for a year, not for you know, a few years, and then they have to back off because they have charges pressed against them. No, these people have been doing it for decades. Some have been doing it longer than I've been alive. And they've gotten away with it. You know, I feel this about the Me Too movement. It's like I feel the Me Too movement came out of a desperate need to happen, and then they lost their way. And that desperate need still needs to happen. It still needs to be there. Because not believing these women when they say these things, not even taking it into like consideration that it could be true. I know that you might destroy the reputation of a beloved person and, you know, somebody who is a power broker in Hollywood and stuff like that, or even at your business. You know, somebody who does a lot of good. I know that you know, it doesn't seem like it's a fair trade to you know, possibly ruin their reputation. I have no simple solution because nothing is in place to prosecute these people. So it has to come down hard. It has to be bad. And currently being a victim of the reverse of that, with what happened to me on Twitch, because of all the hate rhetoric that's been going on, and I was reported for spewing that hate, and I'm part of the Me Too movement myself. That's what hurts me. I think that's what hurts me the most about the whole Twitch situation, is that I have sexual abuse in my life. People have taken advantage of me sexually for their own personal needs, against my will, even when I said no. That has happened. I know how it feels. I don't know people's individual circumstances, and I won't even compare and say mine's so bad and horrible. I won't even begin to tell you that, because whatever you went through, it's awful. It should never have happened, and that's how it is. part of the stories that that I want to talk about, but I'm not. I don't know why. I don't know what's been holding me back. I don't know what. I don't. No idea what's been stopping me from doing this since the beginning. You know, for a year I've been trying to tell my stories, and I think I told one the entire time. And yeah, I have some stories that I've been telling and stuff like that, but I really haven't even gotten into the good, the intrigue, the betrayal, the triumphs, the love, the laughter, sadness. I haven't gotten into any of that. I haven't even scratched the surface. It's like I look at it and then I tell myself no. Maybe it's because it is uncomfortable. Maybe because it is maybe too personal. But what happened with Twitch, that scares me. It scares me that somebody who has had a grudge, or even if they didn't have a grudge, who actually thought that they were helping me, who wanted me to see something their way, whatever the thing is, just so you know, I haven't, whatever message that they were trying to promote or convey, did not come across. And all I see is pain, anguish, and despair. And I already hated Twitch to begin with. Already hated them. It wasn't like I had, 2 feet firmly entrenched in Twitch that I could weather this freaking storm. I already had both feet out the door, and it was just a matter of whether I wanted to close the door or not. And because they did that, gave me the reason. Because they did that, literally gave me the reason. And I hurt a lot of people on my way out. And I didn't even know. I didn't even know how much I hurt them. Because I was hurting. I was hurting and I could not express it. Instead, I joked around by it. And I think that hurt me the most. Is the fact that I did not take it seriously. Because I didn't want to take it seriously. Alright, I'm here. I hope wherever you are, wherever you're doing, you're having a great day. Hope you enjoyed my ride to work. And yeah, we'll do this again. I think that this is gonna be good. I think we're gonna really enjoy this. And as always, cool freaking beans. So cool beans. Take care. ended, I was kind of hit me hard. It's only because like I already saw like, you know, things changing. I already saw how, you know, saw, you know, my entire view of VTubers not really matured. I think it actually, you know, digressed, but my view of VTubers completely changed from where I was, you know, basically like, you know, thinking I was in the rabbit hole and then actually fully 100% being down the rabbit hole, having, you know, a connection to the VTuber, and I wrote 8 parodies for her. I mean, like, that has to say something. But what had happened is that I had written, you know, yesterday. For some reason, every single parody that I wrote from my uni was copyright claimed, so they're all going to appear. I'm trying to think if even one. No, I don't think one made, you know. One actually did it, but no, I think they were all copyright claimed. So I'm gonna. This is where I'm going to have all of my uni songs. Playing, and something like that. This is where I'm going to have like, I'm going to replay them all, and I don't even watch her anymore. But what happened is that she had I wrote another parody after while my uni sleeps, because in reality what I was doing was I was really catching her while she was sleeping. It was the only time I could actually watch her. So yeah, I really wasn't even seeing her awake and doing any live streams anymore. I was only watching her sleeping pretty much, and basically hanging out in chat. So I wrote another one, was based on the Queen's Live Forever from Highlander song. It was for Stream Forever, because I didn't think this was going to end. And I had finished it. I didn't like it. It didn't come out so great. It was kind of like and that's going to come up soon anyway. But it was kind of as far as songs go. So I wanted to like fix it, and you know, so basically third day with this song before I, you know, tried to post it. On the third day, I was just gonna post it. She had a 3-hour blackout, and basically disqualified from the Forever stream, ending the Forever stream forever. Now, they didn't even announce the winner at the time, but it was pretty much evident that it was over. I was kind of like, oh well, you know, oh, so I can't have this song. So what my uni said was she was going to stream anyway. She was just going to continue to stream regardless of the results, and she was going to have her own forever stream. And she even did a fundraiser where she raised the prize money, or actually over the prize money, and even got the prize money for a few of the competitors. She actually got the amount for them as well. So she was raising a lot of money in a short amount of time, and but she continued her stream. Now I'm going, her competition also didn't know that that it was over, and Briggs was her one competition. There was just two left standing. It was between those two, and Briggs still streamed on. And finally, I guess he was told that he won, and he stopped his stream. I will never say that streaming, continuous streaming is easy. I would never say that it's a recommended way for people to stream ever. It's definitely not. I can't do it. I couldn't stream. I can't stream forever. I can't do a continuous stream. There's no way. I work. I have a job. It's not like I could take a vacation or anything like that and put on a forever stream and go 30 days. I also noticed that things like here on YouTube, you only get 12-hour shots, and I believe it's 48 hours on Twitch. And my longest stream is 36 hours, so a forever stream is like not in the cards for me. So here I am, I'm bashing them for ending it, but what it was is that my uni was my entire online world for a short period of time, for basically 13 days, 2 weeks. 2 weeks. She was basically my whole online world, my presence, everything I was doing. I had my YouTube stream, I had this channel going throughout the entire thing, but I wasn't posting anymore, and anything that I posted, it had to do with her. It's the reason why, I wrote 8 parodies for her. I mean, and to put it in perspective, the next person down which is Nux Taco. Nux Taco is only 4. Even though he does get mentions in some of my uni songs, but he's only 4 songs. So, and then beyond that, it goes Iron Mouse, who has 3 songs. So it's a pretty big, there's a pretty big difference on like how much I was invested with my uni. So let me get back to what I was saying. So I'm totally invested in, So I then wrote, and this is the one that came out probably the worst. This is probably the worst of all my Mioni songs, which is the Elton John "I'm Still Standing," and it's "I'm Still Streaming," and I didn't like it. It didn't come out good. It's just awful. So this I wrote when she was pretty much disqualified, which she said she was going to stream on anyways. She was going to continue her own personal forever stream outside the competition. So I thought the I'm still streaming was a really nice touch, and I thought that it fit. The words and stuff like that. And now when you think about it, it doesn't really make sense. Within 24 hours, and usually a song for me takes a long time I write it, I practice it, I do all these things, I rewrite it, so that there's a better tone and things fit better, and there's more continuity with the song. It makes sense. It conveys the message that I'm trying to say. All these things go into songs. So it takes me usually at least a day before I'm ready to produce a song. And that's if I write the lyrics, if writing the lyrics goes incredibly well. Because I still have songs, that are now over a year old, just sitting, because I don't, the lyrics didn't quite hit. And it's what it is. So I made this song in less than 24 hours. It wasn't even ready yet for I'm Still Streaming, and that's probably one of the reasons why it's probably one of the worst songs I wrote lyrically, because I really didn't work on it very hard before my uni stopped her personal Forever stream, and then she was down. She streams every day. I go to bed every night at 10 o'clock, and she's usually streaming after 10 o'clock. She did for a while stream at 9, and there was like this hour where I could actually see her, but she moved it to 10. I think she's on specific time, so it's like 7 o'clock. So I don't even get an hour anymore. And I didn't even know raids were a thing. That's how, because she had a Forever stream, she obviously wasn't raiding anybody. And because she comes on usually after I go to bed, and sometimes I get a little bit of time with her before I go to bed, but that's few and far between and very rare. It is what it is, and so that's one of the main reasons that I was struggling with it, because for a while she was like, for a month, I'll give it a month, I'll say a month. For a month she was everything. I wasn't really watching other streamers. I wasn't really doing anything other than watching the unit. And it was very hard for me to no longer have the chat, to no longer have this. And no offense to Discord, Discord's fine, but I think I needed the moderation, and Discord didn't have that. But now we get to the thing where now I'm Still Streaming is done, and it's I don't even want to publish it, because one, it wasn't ready, and two, it no longer fits the situation. just like Stream Forever, I'm like now down 2 songs. So I was thinking about rewriting Stream Forever to fit and say we're not going to stream forever. Like, it's not forever. Forever is done. And that, we really didn't want to stream forever anyways. But that's what I was thinking about changing the lyrics to. So I went in to open it up, and I accidentally clicked on the lyrics to One Headlight. Not even thinking about the music to the song, not even thinking about this, but seeing the lyrics, and it just kind of jarred me. And I quickly, and I'm talking very quickly, like almost in less than a minute, rewrote all the lyrics to One Headlight. It conveyed the pain that I was going through. It conveyed my feelings. It even brought up my own personal concerns and stuff like that. It's a very personal song. Very personal song. And the sad thing about it is, even though it's a Miyuni song, it really is not about her at all. It's about how I deal with the loss of her. Which is what the song is actually about. And in less than a minute, I wrote the song. I didn't even, it was still printing out. I was still printing it when I was setting up to sing the song. I didn't even hear, and I've heard One Headlight a million times, but I didn't even hear, I didn't even play the karaoke. I didn't even play the music. I didn't even know how the music was going to come out. And if you listen to the song that I sang, you'll see that there's a backup. There's some backup vocals in the song. I didn't even know that they were going to be there. And of course, they're singing One Headlight's lyrics, and I rewrote all those lyrics. So I'm trying to now sing over the backup. So the backup doesn't work either, and I definitely got to find, if I was ever going to do it again, I would have to find lyrics that doesn't contain the backup. It was done so fast, I didn't even register the emotion of it. That's how fast I got it done. I had that up in 10 minutes flat. That's written, that's writing it, that's printing it out, that's setting up the video, that's making the video, that's publishing the video, and that's sending the video out live. That's sending it out publicly. While I was still trained, I didn't write the description. In fact, it took me longer than 10 minutes to write the description of Offline, but it was done so fast that, like I said, I didn't even register how emotional it actually is to me. Cut to a few weeks ago, because it's a copyright claim song, like all my other Miyuni songs. It's a copyright claim song, so I was actually kind of tempted to not do any Miyuni songs because I don't watch Miyuni anymore. I'm not a part of that community anymore, and I still will admit I miss it, and it's still kind of heartbreaking. And the lyrics to the song actually make more sense now than they did when I wrote it. So I'm doing it now without music. So I'm actually listening to myself sing it. Listening to myself singing it and basically singing it so that there's no music. Now that's what you're going to get today. Pretty much right after I publish this video. And you're going to get that. And right after I finished singing that song, I literally just started bawling. I could not stop. I was just crying. I tried to compose myself. I tried to do everything like that, but I had to just end the stream. And yeah, it's all on there. The difference is that the parody cut that I made, well, the no music cut, the no music video, I was able to get through the entire song without breaking down. But I'm telling you, tears were already falling as I was finishing the song. And it was, it was a rough go, I have to admit. It was definitely not easy.
Hello.
Hi, waifu. How you doing? I don't know if you can hear me. I hope you can.
Are you struggling to get audio through on your stream?
I've been struggling with my mic. My mic's connection to the computer has been like spotty at best.
Oh, well, it's really okay right now.
Oh good.
Yeah, it's not bad at all. It's a bit, not like staticky to where I can't understand you, but there's a little every once in a while, you know? It's not bad enough where it's irritating or barely noticeable.
Yeah, I was just playing some old videos, telling the story about Offline, the parody song that I did.
I remember the party song goes. Me and my dad used to write them. They were kind of stupid, but they were great.
So glad you're here. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I thought I was already following you, and I just realized. Wait a
That
minute.
happens a
I
lot.
received a notification. Dude, that's why I followed you when you drew me, but I guess I didn't. I thought about it, but I guess I didn't follow through with it. Yeah, I kind of didn't want to be alone on any instance. It's actually nice if I didn't push you either.
Well, I'm here.
I just didn't want to be alone while I was drawing. Because it tends to get really boring. If it bothers you though, we don't have to agree that I can go.
No, it's okay.
Okay. I just feel bad if it bothered you.
No, I'm just here. I'm here just doing my thing.
How's it been going? That good, huh?
Yeah. Well, I've had like, I don't know, about a dozen crashes and a complete computer shutdown.
Some people embrace the scuff. I do not get pushed these days. The scuff.
And I've had to reset my mic like every 20 minutes and things like that. And
Could be a setting. It's not doing anything really different. What kind of mic do you have? I can look it up for you.
I have a Fifine.
A fly fine? I don't know how to spell that, but I'll figure it out. I will see what we can do this troubleshooting wise.
But I also have a headset that has a microphone on it that's actually completely broken. But my laptop keeps wanting to switch the microphone to the headset.
I think there's a way you can disable microphone from the headset completely. Let's see. Do you have your default microphone set to your microphone in the actual settings on your computer?
It's set for the Fifine.
Weird. I'm just trying to think.
But I think sometimes it doesn't see the USB because it's a USB microphone. Because I have so many USBs plugged in. So many things plugged into my USB.
You have 4 USB ports. I can. I will be right back.
Hey Ham, thanks for stopping in. You didn't realize Ham was here until like 2 seconds. I could turn around. There he is. Alrighty. I'm going to continue with the video if that's okay. Unless you want to talk more. If you want to talk, just talk. There we go. And these are the morning commute videos that I do pretty much every day. The early ones, I was like, trying to be edgy. But I do love this story. Yeah. So, I mean, I'm even right now a little choked up over it. So I don't know if you can hear it. I don't know this, but it really had me thinking, like, why, why I did what I did, why I was trying to cut myself off. I've never been a fan of Twitch, and I don't know how much I set myself up so that I can be mad at Twitch. Since I didn't like them to begin with, why don't I push them to see how mad I can become at them? And they fell right into it, and I'm probably very good at discovering those things, because the use of the Doors songs and stuff like that got my video removed on YouTube. I didn't have to do it that way, and I didn't have to even sing the song the way I didn't have to do it the way I ended up doing the video, which turned out god awful, and not 4 hours, 2 hours. So I could basically cut myself in half because I already gave 2 hours to it. It was exhausting to begin with, and it's just not worth it to do it again. And you know what? You can hear in my voice, and I think that's what made it even worse, because all you have is my voice then, the second time around. That's it. All you have is my voice. And yeah, it is But yeah, so how much I set myself up with Twitch, I don't know. I could have stayed a follower and getting free subs and watching Mayuni and never expanding beyond that. I have so many other things going on. I didn't really want Twitch to be a part of my life to begin with. And if I was only spending a half hour to an hour every day, except for when Mayuni was off, that would have been fine. A lot of the people that I liked, a lot of the people that I joked around with and had a lot of fun with and everything like that, she either blocked or banned. So that was the reason why I made the decision to leave when I did, because the people that I like aren't there anymore. It turned out that I was mistaken until recently, but I thought everybody got banned, but no, it wasn't until later that the rest of the people that I like get banned, and the people I thought I was close to on Mayuni site that were able to stay, that did not get banned, even before I chose, had already said c'est la vie to me. So, and it's because I wasn't very active. I mean, me leaving Mayuni's site probably didn't even go noticed. I probably went completely unnoticed. I mean, maybe a month or two or even 3 down the road, there wasn't another goofy song, that I wrote, and somebody finally said, "Why hasn't Q written a song?" And it's because Q's been gone. It's almost too funny, because in less than 2 months, not even full 2 months, in less than 2 months, really just over a month, but in sincerity, it was just a month, and most of that was the Forever stream, and the Forever stream only lasted 2 weeks. So my attachment and everything like that to Mayuni is literally just summed up into that small amount of time. And it felt like when I was talking to everybody that I've known these people for my entire life, but the truth of the matter is that I don't know them and they don't know me, and that's really what it boiled down to. And it was a tough pill for me to swallow, that I didn't even know the streamer that I was following. And then when I started seeing other streamers, I'm going to try to say this so that it doesn't sound as bad as that's actually going to come out, because it isn't. But they're all the same. Everything's the same. It's the Twitch playbook. You don't think that it exists. You think that some people are unique and stuff like that, but they literally just pigeonhole everybody to do the exact same thing, and they're all doing the same thing. The live streamers are the same as the VTubers, which we're all the same. They're all the same. It's all the same material, all the same jokes, all the same games, played the same way. I could easily, let me just finish the thought. I could easily just take any stream, any stream that exists. It doesn't matter what it is. Any stream that exists. Take the audio out. Play some music and me talking, and I'm talking any of the gaming streams, any gaming stream that exists, any gaming stream, and just me talking, commentary, doing commentary on the gameplay. And even if I say who's playing the game and it's not me, there would be exactly the exact same stream that everybody watches, and the games. The sad thing about it is the games are all becoming the same too. It literally is all the same thing. The lack of creativity with streaming now. And when I first started, I thought, oh my God, this is like, everything is like, this is the amount of creativity that could be shown just is through the roof. This is an amazing amount of, like, the possibilities were absolutely endless and opened up to us, and where people have gone with it. And I pick on Twitch that way, but the truth of the matter is YouTube is the exact same way. You hit the algorithm right, and you hit this thing, you're going to get the exact same people who are watching the exact same streams, and they probably don't even know who they're watching anymore. I don't know. Here, I use myself as the example. I don't know who I'm watching anymore. I don't know the site owners anymore. It's all the freaking same. All the videos, everything blends together. The algorithm actually picks videos that are so similar that they all look identical. And how does something like my channel, which my videos are unlike anybody else's. I mean, they kind of suck, but they're unlike anybody else's. My singing videos, you don't see singing videos like this. You don't see, nobody, there's not one person that I know of that turns a music video into a non-music video. There's nobody. Like, that whole thing is unique. There's no category for it. There's no way to classify it. It is what it is. See, I want to get this, like, this would be perfect. You can get maybe even more of a side. But, like, if I can do that. That would be perfect. But, yeah, it is what it is. Alright. Well, I've already been gone. This has gone on a little bit longer than normal, and I'm sorry about that. And here I am. I'm sitting in a parking lot wasting gas, which I shouldn't do. Gas is so expensive now. But like every time, I hope you're having a wonderful day. I hope everything is going swimmingly for you, and you can see how awesome you really are, because you are awesome. All right. And as always, cool beans. All right, take care. There. Well, that'll work, sort of. It is a rainy, crappy day. Still have not solved the where to put the camera so that it's not away we go. I think that when I get my my Deadpool plushie, I'm gonna probably do some ride-alongs with him, so I might do some test videos. Maybe I'll bring Cuda to work to test having the doll in the seatbelt in the passenger seat, and we can film that. Okay, here we go. Hopefully this is better.
What a miss.
So let's do this.
Did you make that again?
Alright, so this is the third day. I don't like the placement of this, and I wish I picked a better spot, but it seems to be a good resting place for the phone, so the phone doesn't have to shift too much, and it basically is part of the car as it was. So let's see if this works. And it definitely shows the full seat, so if I have a smaller doll or a larger doll, we can have all of them in. I was going to try to zoom in. I know I figured that out before. I'll do that for tomorrow. That's it for that. And I don't know why I even care. I don't think it makes any difference whatsoever. So, but it's for me. You know, I get to watch Cuda because she gets to bounce around and stuff like that with the car. So. Really well. I think I stayed mostly on topic, if that counts.
Baby Yoda, baby Yoda, baby Yoda.
So today, literally we're just kind of like doing the test. Yeah, I do this like every morning.
Baby Yoda.
Midgard actually bought me a Deadpool doll, and I think it took like 3 weeks to get to me. So I have like a whole bunch of Baby Yoda, then it switches to a little tiny Deadpool doll.
That's cute.
It's pretty funny. But yeah, but I go to work every day, basically ranting, talking to myself every day.
That's sad. No offense.
And a lot of these are actually become really funny. Because I'm like all upset by nothing. Just I think it's just me talking to myself.
Existence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Just getting ready to go through these motions, because if this becomes, a regular thing, this becomes like my regular thing, what I'm doing, every day. Pretty much you have to, mostly muscle memory. You want to try to get it to be muscle memory. I'm really trying hard to be attractive, if that makes sense. I am really doing this for you, people watching. So, I mean, ultimately, that's the goal. That's the goal. I will catch on, and one of these things that I do will be the thing. And the good news, the great news about doing this is that I don't have to have anything in my personal life. I don't have to be worried about being too loud. I don't have to worry about being too soft. I don't have to worry about any of the things that I worry about when I film at home. There's definitely a lot more planning that's going into those. A lot more planning went into those videos. And now I'm just doing art streams. Because there's too much audio interference with my videos, so I can't get it to the point where short of soundproofing a room, short of soundproofing a room in my house, there is not going to be I have trouble finding a time, even late at night, that doesn't be optimal for streaming. And this is definitely the most optimal. This is definitely, like I said, this is time that I don't have. This is time that I have that basically I've been wasting for a decade. At this job that I go to, and I have had 2-hour drives and stuff like that to work, 4-hour drives to work, where it's just basically I'm sitting there doing nothing for that entire time, except for just waiting in traffic and listening to the radio. So we're still getting used to this. This is the 11th. So, and I think that it's pretty optimal. I have free reign to talk about anything that I want to. You saw yesterday's stream that I had. I just went on a tangent. Today I didn't really plan anything. I'm still trying to get an optimal closer, but I can't put it any closer without having the stem literally being interfering with either the shifter or one of the buttons, because this really isn't made to do exactly what I'm doing. So and even the placement over it on that side, I wouldn't even have. I mean, I think maybe with the exception of close to the vent, one of the vents, would be the only optimal. All the way over would be the only place to do it. Maybe I should have done it with that. Maybe I should have that all the way over here. Basically filming, you probably would see me. But that's it. It's in a pretty good spot. It's not, doesn't interfere with the windshield at all. Doesn't interfere with any of the controls that I have as a driver. And if my passenger wants to watch like a video or something like that, it's perfect. They can watch a video. It's in that perfect spot. So maybe it is a good spot, and I just don't see it. If I was doing driving directions, that would be a pretty good spot for driving directions. It really isn't made for portrait. I definitely set it up for landscaping. Maybe somebody watching a video or reading something. Or doing what I'm doing, just taking video. I know that I probably, I don't know how noticed it is, because they'll probably tell me, oh, we all talked about you that one day, and didn't show up or didn't say hi or goodbye. I just gotta realize, like, people come and go all the time, and you notice the ones who are there. I do. I mean, there's definitely a few people that I talk to regularly and banter with and goof around with a lot more than others. And when they're not on, I don't feel like I have that person around to goof around with. But it's definitely been illuminating. It's probably the best way to say it. No, the whole thing has been illuminating. I remember when the Discord channel was created, and I've had my Discord channel for months. I've had my Discord channel before I went to my uni. So, and it has never taken off. It has never been this. It definitely got a surge. The beginning of the fall or the end of the summer. Definitely got a surge of people, and actually caused me to right before I started the trick or treat. the Fluffle crew or whatever the group is called, pretty much just commandeered the entire Discord for our own purposes, and that pretty much was our meeting spot until she started getting rid of us. And I don't know. I'm not all that thrilled with Discord to begin with, so I don't even see its purpose. It doesn't seem to bring together people. It doesn't seem to do the like-minded ideas that people are talking about. And if it does, I'm missing it. That's what it is. Because people say, "Oh, it's great stuff," and I'm like going, "I don't see it." It seems very very divisive to me. Unlike where Twitter is concerned, which I don't understand Twitter either, or I don't understand the fascination with Twitter, which is probably the better way to put it. Where you just go in and you read tweets of people that you follow. Twitter's done nothing good for me, so I still use it. I'm now on my 15th year. Eventually there'll be like 15 years of Twitter. And I'm gonna be like, oh yeah, my second account.
Okay, I'm back.
Yay. It doesn't. It's just a waste of time. Something to waste time with. That's what it is. That's really what it boils down to. And when you start having very little time to waste, and you start taking up
Hey
all
Q,
your time,
I know your microphone
you
isn't
have to
working
think
right now,
those things.
but I have a question. Artist to artist.
Ask away.
Okay. So I've been trying to practice my anime style, but it's starting to frustrate me, and I've got a lot more drawing to do, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm thinking, what if I switch back to a style I'm more comfortable with because of the quantity of drawings, and I'll just work on the, quantity of drawings. Said that backwards. I'll work on the quality of drawings first if it's what I want comfortable with,
Mm-hmm.
in large quantities, and then I'll work on the quality of the other drawings when I don't do. Because I'm more comfortable with semi-realism.
I'm back from my lay down.
Hey. Okay, you're more comfortable with semi-realism.
But I've been practicing my anime style because I'm drawing VTubers. My only thing is that it's so hard without the semi-realistic style that I'm used to, I'm not used to drawing anime styles.
That literally jumps back into what I had before, what me and Q were talking about before.
Exactly. I was about to say that.
Really?
Your timing,
Yeah.
Henny, is almost perfect.
It is?
So waifu, I was going mad about how fucking hard it is to figure out how to actually set up shaders to get the anime look on a 3D object.
Mm.
Because what apparently a lot of people do is like go for a toon shader, because like cartoon animations do give like that comic book style shading, right?
Mm.
And it's kinda close enough to anime.
I'm drawing on paper and pencil.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm trying to learn a whole new style that I'm not used to, and I have over 400 drawings to do, so I'm starting to think that's not a good idea.
Wait, 400?
Over 400. I'm drawing
What?
everybody I follow on Twitch.
Ooh.
Ooh, wow.
Wait, so that means you are actually drunk. Ooh.
Yeah, I'm about to start.
I mean, I think I should be on the easier side, right? Because I'm literally just a human soup.
You're just a German.
Yeah.
My advice is, especially because you're doing such large quantity, is to basically get what you're comfortable with doing, especially for speed. Do that, the semi-realistic look and feel, and get as many of them done as you can. And then you go back and then you start adding in the anime stuff that you've been learning. Does that make sense?
Like, my anime drawings are like super inconsistent. Like, some of them, depending on the artist's style, look really good, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because they're more realistic, and some of them with like the larger eyes, hats and stuff look awful.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot to draw the horns on that one. Oh, okay. I end up spending so much time on trying to make them look like anime that they just end up looking like I frustratingly scribbled on the paper.
Yeah.
I'm never gonna get better if I don't practice. So my
You,
mindset
you
was
gotta
going into
practice.
this.
That's the big thing.
My mindset going into this was, hey, this is such a large quantity. I'm literally gonna get better as I go, right?
You should.
You
Yeah.
should, yeah.
And you'll find your own style. That's what's going to be
Yeah.
most important.
I'm not trying to draw it exactly like the picture. I'm trying to draw like my own version of the picture.
Right.
So, Q. I have a tough question for you.
Okay.
Who's the most visually pleasing VTuber for you?
The most visually pleasing?
Yeah,
There's a lot of
which
them,
YouTuber
actually.
model do you just go like, okay, I can just deep dive into this art. I really love watching just. I just love that model so much, simply from an artistic standpoint.
I'm as far as that's a tough question because there's definitely a lot of them.
Yeah, I know there are a lot of VTubers with a lot of different art styles.
Did you watch this?
What?
So occasionally you hear my family, which doesn't bother me, but I don't know if it bothers you.
I
The living room and the dining room and the kitchen are connected. I could be in any of the rooms.
I would probably go with like the older versions. Like Iron Mouse is not her first with the grayish blue hair, but her first pink hair Iron Mouse model that she had. I think that was probably the most pleasing. And then as she's gone on, it's just become more and more. I guess the realism and stuff like that, but it seems to fit her personality less. But
Thank you, Mom.
where pleasing is concerned, it's how well the model fits the personality and voice of the person, controlling the model.
Mm-hmm.
Which is why that's such a difficult question because there's so many people, even PNG models that when it hits right, it's like phenomenal. I mean, we just talked about Kitty McPancakes.
Oh yeah, Katie. Katie has a great model.
The other day, and there's sometimes when Kitty's playing games that it's like spot on, and then other times, especially when Kitty's frustrated, the model doesn't quite work, and it becomes a little bit jarring.
I mean, Kitty's like Loot Papa model with his like Loot Papa pose. I dig that. that is the vibe I get from Kitty.
Yeah.
But I must say, overall, I'm pretty sure I get lost the most in like the release Mume model, like basic
Oh,
Mume. With the
Mumi's model is absolutely phenomenal.
yeah, it looks just so pretty, and I like the color palette and like the movement of the rigging. It's really fits the whole character. It just it just feel everything feels kinda in place.
And again, I don't think that. I mean, yeah, she's got a very Gargara voice, but I don't think she would have worked as a Gargara. I think Mumi works really well with her model, and that's again one of those cases where when everything works, the personality and the voice works with the model. It's very aesthetically pleasing.
And if we are talking fan art, I kind of have a soft spot for the Mori fan art. It just some of those video like arts she uses in the for the official Mori videos, right? For the music videos. I just look at them and they are not only visual pleasing, they are fitting the character to a T. It's like crazy how good they are.
Yes. I think there's one where her and Gura are like battling each other,
Mhm.
and they have like the chum buddies against the deadbeats, and they're all fighting and everything like that. In that video, it like I was laughing so hard, but it works, and both their models work, especially for the pleasing aspect of it, of who they are with their personality. Yeah, there's actually a lot.
I mean, alone in this.
I think if that's what you're going for with your 3D blender, Henny, I think that's a good mark to hit, especially Mume. That's a good mark to
Oh,
try to hit for yourself.
I've been watching that kind of shaders, and I'm like, oh my god, that is gonna be a headache in the long run. Got a long way to go. Long way to go. But once I hit that mark, I will have like something I will be 126% conform with.
So, waifu, I hope I answered your question. Yeah.
Also, something funny I saw, like concerning lightning for like a VTuber model. He literally just shows like the spot on at the forehead, right? That it's usually covered by hair.
Mm.
Hit the hair. Should selected one of those spots and then just use the light mapping from that spot. So literally the whole fucking face would get the same light as that single spot because it's always in light. So no matter which direction you turn, basically the whole head would the whole face would be always highlit.
Yeah, there's like something that's unjarring, like Project Melody's new model. The way it turns gets kind of jarring, and I kind of like her older model, which I think she can't use anymore. But I kind of like the way that worked because it was a 3D model that she was able to do turns and look to the side without it being kind of jarring.
Oh yeah, so that is also something I really get annoyed about having about 2D models. It's like literally the tracking. Like you either have to work with you that's the reason why I want to deep dive into 3D models, because I want to just bridge that gap between where you don't have to make the choice between amazing textures and full tracking.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, there are literally professional studios struggling with that because 3D anime doesn't look that good.
No, I agree with you. I agree with you. It becomes almost non-working because of it. Because of its flatness.
But then you have games like Genshin or Final Fantasy where those are 3D models, like Final Fantasy 14.
Mm-hmm.
Those are 3D models, but they kind of capture the anime style to a decent degree.
Yeah, but they also didn't allow the anime style to overtake the 3D modeling, so it still remains fairly realistic with anime aesthetics. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
They let the light be the light as opposed to what manga artists that end up becoming anime. They draw because it's more shocking or cooler or more eye drawing to a picture, and then once you put it in motion, it kind of loses that um, you know eye perspective that they had in the manga, which is one of the problems that anime has.
Hello, I'm here. Hello.
Hello, I was asking if I answered your question.
I'm sorry, I had to get up out of the blue. My dad needed towels, and I had to grab some.
Waifu, I just had an idea.
What's up?
Since you want to jump to like anime style from semi-realism, why don't you just look up a lot of cosplayers and try to figure that out where to jump from that? Because cosplayers are basically doing the reverse thing, where they're trying to bring something 2D into 3D realm.
What's up,
So,
Penny? I'm sorry.
um,
My dad started the vacuum.
yeah. So I said, why don't you just since you want to go from semi-realism to anime, why don't you like look up some cosplayers, because they are literally doing the reverse thing.
I could just look up faces and stuff. Easier that way. Hey, everybody. Gonna have to mute for a little bit while my dad runs the vacuum.
Okay.
Okay.
That way he can do stuff. Hold on 1 second.
All right, we'll still be here. We can outlast your dad's vacuuming. But yeah, I agree with you, Annie. I also think that you should not mimicry of other people's styles and ways of doing things is great, but you don't overlook how powerful having your own style and your own way of doing things can be, because once you hit that, it'll be phenomenal for you.
Yeah, that's true.
And you know, I brought this up before. See if I can do this properly. Without having my stream crash.
What the? What? Huh? I just did what I said to waifu and just started looking at like cosplayers,
Hmm.
and I found somebody cosplaying like Powder from Arcane, and that literally broke my mind for a second. Wait, give me a second. Give me a second.
Yeah, let's bring this up.
Then I posted it in stream chat. Huh? Is that the reverse puppet plastic puppet effect where my brain can't handle it? It's not.
There you go. So when we look at this, you know, the fan art you did for me, when I see this, I see so much potential. You have no idea like how much potential you have. And you know, the more you try to pursue what other people are doing, that's when it's going to, you know, catch up with you, and you're going to be very frustrated with it because you can't be like them. But I definitely think you could take this, you know, go from here and, you know, create
Oh,
amazing stuff.
I saw like crazy evolution of that kind of squiggly outline thing, where somebody did make an Chinese Yangtze stylized model, right? And he went full on that creepy style. So all the line art is completely rigid like this one, just way more cleaner. And he went for the creepy cute style, and it just really works with the model because it gives it that Tim Burton-esque feeling, while also giving it like another layer of what's
Yeah.
it called, of like its own version.
Yeah, I definitely think that, you know, one of my, work, you know, the two things that I usually struggle with is feet and hands. Um, and if you see how I draw things a lot, you'll see that I sneak the hands out or cover the hands up or have them holding things so I don't have to draw them. And feet, I usually put in big clunky shoes or boots and stuff like that, so that I don't even have to deal with it. I mean,
Hey, Blue Hope Coip.
perfect example of that is what I did with chaotic. uh, um, what I did with chaotic, to get his reference. Yeah, he had a couple reference pictures of what he wanted, but he didn't really have what he wanted as a picture, so I had to kind of create everything. But you could see that I had to draw the hands and the feet. But you can see what I did. I kind of cheated with the hands, and then I gave him big clunky feet, and they're all covered. Everything's almost covered up.
I mean, military boots just work for the scene, kid.
Yeah.
But hands do be a bitch.
Yeah. But you can see that I kind of cheated the hands completely, and the way I have the picture set up is that your eyes get drawn right to the face. So, and that's because of the color scheme that I used. So you almost kind of miss. You kind of think, "Oh, that's cool boots," and you go right to the face. So it's kind of like a trickery that I did.
I like the highlighting on the hair.
Oh, thank you.
should have transitioned that also on like the feathers of the, or I don't like, because it's small, I can't see the texture on the like small wings.
So I can actually see him using this for, like the Discord. Um,
Reactive.
so he, when he comes into people's chats and stuff like that, he can use it. But he really wanted a reference picture so that he can show people, so he can get his 2D model made or 3D model made. So yeah, he paid somebody $60 and they didn't do it, and I was still, that kind of upset me. So I made this for him.
I mean, it should. Jeez Louise.
Your scene, your favorite scene, kid. But yeah, done quickly. But yeah, like I said, now how quickly did you make this? Did you make this really quickly, or did it take you some time?
It's like 15-minute quick draw.
15 minutes.
Yes.
Yeah, you got a lot of potential in it.
And most of that was figuring out how to color map like the teeth, because there's all the squiggly line art is basically makes color mapping really painful. If I could layered everything correctly, and now I could most likely make a way better artwork, because I literally just learned so much more about digital art. Because brain needs to go all the time for stuff to learn for stream and stuff to learn for programming.
Yeah, then you got to get it to where it's second nature. You making things, doing ears, doing eyes, all becomes second nature to you, where you just automatically just create that.
I just realized something, right? If for 3D modeling, right? So you can just get textures pre-made, or like stuff like fabric. If I just blur those, like the base textures, and change those values a bit of, that would give it a more anime-esque style for the reflection. Because anime clothes don't have that much detail. They are mostly living from the shading.
Nope, everything's shading.
Yes.
All anime clothes is shading.
Except if you have full samurai warrior with like a bunch of flowers integrated on that.
It's one of the reasons why Black Butler and Tanya the Evil, because their outfits are more detailed and get into more things. It's one of the reasons why those animes, it's almost completely different. Violet Evergarden is also like that too, because the outfits are highly detailed.
Oh, a character I really liked from Tokyo Ghoul. Yuzo, right? That white-haired kid with all the stitching on the skin. That stitching, I really liked that one. Like,
Yep, that's done well.
Because it gave the character like a nice effect as well.
All right. So I think.
And what I actually think, right, about like recent culture, like anime and pop culture, that Kane did a lot of good stuff for digital art, just simply by having this one differentiating art style. But like stuff like hair textures from Arcane, that kind of stuff it could be rendered in 3D now, and that means that it kind of bridges another gap.
Yeah, I agree. I'm not usually a huge fan of people who mimic a lot, and I tend to be a decent mimic, which is kind of like an oxymoron, I guess. But being unique has huge downsides, and
Hmm? That waifu, yeah, waifu just went poof.
all right. I'm gonna start up more morning
These
commute.
things are not worth it. Yeah. Twitch is a huge waste of time. A huge waste of time. And some will argue that it's a good waste of time, but you know, I never reap the benefits from Twitch. So I've watched the growing pains. I've watched the people, try to cheat the system, and get further along in their path than they should be, I guess, than what they actually earned. And I don't see anything wrong with that. I mean, freaking cheat the freaking system as much as you can. I mean, they're an awful company, so you might as well get what you can out of them. But the one problem with that is that you're going to have to back it up. You're going to have to put your money where your mouth is. It could cost you a lot of money, and you could be spiraling out of control and not even know it. Because that's how Twitch is designed. Only person that wins in Twitch is Twitch. They're the only ones who gain any of the real benefits from it. Even Iron Mouse, as well as she's doing on Twitch, or Ninja, or anybody else who's doing extremely well on Twitch. All of these shows they're probably all making very good money. When you think about it, all that very good money that they're making, they should be making more. They should be doing better. They should be promoted better. It should be there's so when somebody said to me that this is a huge company and they're making lots of money, and it's like, well, yeah, they're making lots of money. You're not. This is not what you're stepping into a corporation. This is not what this is. And even though YouTube's a little bit better, they're not much better. It's still fucking the same thing. Still, I'm still in deep, as it were. The thing I like about YouTube as opposed to Twitch is YouTube doesn't cost me money. I don't have to basically buy my friends. And I don't have to make other people feel left out. Because I don't care how nice or how sweet or how self-deprecating you are. There are huge groups of people. If you have more than 50 people, people's even a lot. But if you have more than 50 people following you or subscribed to you, there are, I would assume half of them feel left out. Half of them feels that they're struggling to find their voice. That's the difference between now and when I first stepped into this. Because when I first stepped into this, I didn't see it was really nice every now and again when my uni would recognize something that I said. It was kind of like that, notice me senpai bullshit, and that was fine for what it is. But the thing about it is that it was the chat, the people in the chat, that kept it going. And now when I look at where I'm at in the Discord now, everybody's a streamer. Everybody's my unit. And nobody sees a problem with that. You need one Mayune. One Mayune and the rest of chat that make people feel like they belong to the group. Now I don't know if Mayone had, a billion freaking streamers. I don't even know if a lot of people who were watching her. I mean, I was a streamer. I was a YouTube streamer, but I was always a streamer since the day I walked in there. I have not stopped being a streamer. I think that's where people make the mistake. When I think about Mayune, she only started in October of 2020. She hasn't been around that long. Not like Iron Mouse, not like Project Melody. People talk about her how she was a big streamer, or she is a big streamer. She might have, she could be now. I mean, she's working on her second year. you're flash in the pan like that, that's it. It goes. It's as quickly as it starts, as quickly as it's going to end. The gristle and the crud and stuff like that, that basically is me, I'm still going to be there. I'm going to be unwanted, but I'm going to still be there. That's what people don't notice. That's what people don't see. This is not. It's not about quickly building up. It's about slowly building. You have to slow build this. It's almost like earning it. And I feel bad for most female streamers who basically are just getting people going in there and doing that bullshit instead of like seeing who they are. But you know, if that's going to get you to where you need to be quickly, then okay. But now you got to maintain that. Now you got to become part of that. And a person like I am, you know, as horrible as it sounds, you know, that's the way to do it. I admire that. You know, fortitude. And partly is what keeps me going. So it definitely is what it is. But yeah, this is gonna end in, you know, for the current discords that I belong to. Well, the one main one that I belong to, it's only gonna end in tears. It's gonna be horrible. It's gonna be bad, and people are just going to eat themselves alive. It's going to destroy itself from the inside. And it's one of the reasons why I don't out the person who basically reported me on Twitch, because I don't know if it's a common thing for them to do, or if they've done it multiple times. I don't know if Twitch giving away the accuser's name is common practice or not. I don't know if I got information that I'm not supposed to have. But then again, they were going to press criminal charges against me, so I have to know my accuser. So maybe that's the threshold. But I don't feel like outing them is going. I don't think I don't feel that outing them is going to benefit them or benefit me in any way, shape, or form. If they want to out themselves, go be it, and they can measure the consequences from there. But if they don't, it's not my place. I know that they've done me grievous harm. I don't know if they realize how much harm they've done to me, but they did, and they're still in that group. They're still a part of it. And in the end, you know, I don't think that they're going to be the ones that break it down. I've watched other people do worse. Well, joke around with worse is probably the better way to say it. I don't think that they were serious. I don't think they were serious to take action, but they definitely mentioned it. The bullying, even in jest, even in fun, even to motivate, which is what some people think that the bullying that they do is for. It rubs me the wrong way always. But I hate to even call myself a victim, but it's true. I'm a victim of it. I'm a victim of constant bullying where people didn't realize like how much harm that they were doing by it. It was just a thing. Things kids do. All that shit. But it was constant. To the point where I was made to feel like I allowed it. or I invited it. That's how much it was. You know, I got known as an instigator because of it. Because people picked on me because I was small. People picked on me because I wasn't strong. People picked on me because they felt intimidated because I would say smart things and they thought I was stupid. People would pick on me just to pick on me. And once they start, there was no stopping it. There's no standing up to your bully. There's all that stuff that they tell you to do. I've done, and the consequences were always worse. And I know that sounds horrible to say, you know, because you want people to stand up to their bully, and the bullies are going through their own freaking issues and stuff like that. It's the reason why they're bullies, blah blah blah. But it's not. It's definitely not true. When I look at like a show like a Silent Voice or The Shape of Voice, I realize like that's what a real bully is. That's what a real bully is. It's from the bullies. The entire anime is from the bully's perspective, and it makes me cry. And I think it makes me cry because I actually feel bad and sympathy for the bully. Because they're just a person. But to me it's a Twitch problem, and it's not my problem anymore. And if I gotta start cutting myself off from people who use Twitch, that's what's gotta happen. I have to get the toxicity out of my life. And as not bad as people think it is, as you know, this is just normal and this is just the way things are. It's not. I'm going to make my life the way I want it to be. And I already have plenty of fair weather friends. I don't need any more. And if somebody's not a fair weather friend and they're going to stick with me through thick and thin, they're going to stick with me beyond this. So it's not like I'm hiding. I'm not going to go anywhere. I'm here. I'm a half hour early as always. And yeah, do that. I do care about you. And I know it doesn't seem like it. I know that I'm talking, almost contradictory. But a lot of things that I'm saying, I need to say it. I need to put it in an action so that I protect myself. I don't feel it's kind of weird because it's like I don't feel safe. And I know that as coincidental as it was, the removal of the video because of copyright issues hit me hard, only because I got suspended on Twitch. If this happened, if that happened and they explained it the way they explained it, it wouldn't have even affected me. I would just accept the warning, have my, be happy with my warning, and I know that I'm testing my boundaries of my creativity. I know that I'm doing that, and I know that who I am is a reflection of other people's works and stuff like that. So I want to explore those things, and you know what the problem is that I don't have the money to explore those things. I don't have the money to buy the copyrights and, you know, do the things that I have so I can publish what I want to publish. And there's, you know, I'm still alive, so there's a lot of things in my life that are not fair use. And that's what I'm dealing with. But if it wasn't for the suspension by Twitch, I wouldn't even blinked an eye at it. I would have just chalked it up as, oh, I crossed that border, crossed that boundary line. I thought I needed you know, Doors songs to explain who I am, because I wanted to do kind of like almost an interactive thing. But nobody's interacting with me, so I don't even know why I even care. There's no reason to. But yeah, that's really what it boils down to. But I hope wherever you are, whatever you're doing, I hope you're having a great time. I hope that, you know, I hope you can laugh, you know, even at this, and, you know, find it kind of humorous that I'm just ranting about the same old thing again and again and again. I'm just going to press on as always, and if this is how I can make the videos and continue and fulfill my promise about streaming one more year, then this is how I will do it. And I don't think it's a bad way to do it. But this is how I can do it. So I think you should take care of yourself, and as always, cool beans. All right, bye bye. Okay, let's see if that works. Another brilliant day. It's just above freezing, like every other day. The sun is definitely shining. The sunglasses. Ooh. I already can't see a damn thing. I'm breaking out the sunglasses early. Okay, what should we talk about today? No idea. It's funny because when I'm like sitting at my computer, not drawing, not doing anything, I have like all these ideas, like, oh, I could talk about this, oh, I could talk about that, and then literally once I even start streaming, not even necessarily doing this, I am like, my mind just went blank. I don't know what to say. We'll figure it out. As you can tell, I am definitely not a cold weather person. And why I'm living in the Northeast what's going on with me financially? Well, it's very tight. It's now been almost a year since I was basically had to force myself to quit smoking because that was such a burden on my budget because smoking's so damn expensive. We're gonna cut that out. So now I don't drink and I don't smoke. And I can't even afford to simp. So you'd think that I'd have all this money rolling. I'd be rolling in the dough. But nope. Money's still getting spent just as always. It doesn't help that the gas prices are through the roof, but it's more expensive, but it's not that much of a burden. I think if I was going to complain about gas prices, I think that I just would complain about everything, and I do, so maybe I should complain about gas prices. But it's actually not too bad. But yeah, so I quit smoking, like almost a year ago. Try to keep my budget balanced and everything like that. As you can see, I've been like higher strung. I haven't been as calm as I used to be. I'm more erratic in my thinking. I'm quick to judge things, which I'm really not a judger, so it's really bizarro that I'm doing it. But my depression has been more active. Definitely there's definitely a calming calmingness that smoking gives me, as well as almost a caffeine boost at the same time, so I'm able to stay awake and keep going, especially during the day when I actually have needed the cigarettes the most. And at the same time, I'm calmer. I have less anxiety. It's been like if I was able to afford cigarettes right now, if I was able to budget for it, I would be smoking right this second. So it is what it is. And I think that I also care less, and maybe it's because I am on a shoestring and trying to figure out what trying to figure out the value of my time. And how much my time is worth. And I don't have a real good answer to any of that. My time is as valuable as it's being allowed, I guess. I don't like it, but it is what it is. just feels like my even doing this, going to work and stuff like that, it doesn't feel like my time is valuable even to my job. And I would say that's a shame, but it seems like that's what life is. I definitely put more value onto my time and everything like that than anybody else, as that should be like that. But the fact that nobody seems to respect my time is also plays a role in it. Yeah, I was talking about smoking. And yeah, so I haven't smoked in a long time, and I even was doing really weird things when I was smoking, which was I was smoking around the comic books, which was supposed to be a smoke-free room, but I was streaming in there and I was still smoking. So I'm doing some things that I'm not supposed to do, type of deal. I think that's why I like my lab, because I would always smoke in my lab. Not again, we're, how I relate smoking, I relate smoking, like, the pro-choice pro-life, or even the pro-marijuana, or, pro-drug, and everything like that. If you are a party that, supports less legislation, smaller government, or government interference, and if you support that stuff, then you should not give a shit. The one thing that I've noticed where the legalization of marijuana is concerned is that the smell of marijuana is now concentrated in places. In fact, I was driving home, and basically must have gone through a cloud, because I couldn't believe that the smell would be so strong. With my windows rolled up, and me driving through. Now, it could have been the car in front of me, and I could have just been getting like a blast, but man, they must have been smoking like crazy. I did not see any smoke coming out of the car in front of me, but my God, the scent was strong. And that is where, like, if somebody said, this is where it's a problem, that is where it's a problem. That is exactly where it's a problem. Because it's now affecting me. And it is a dopamine drug, meant to get you high, dull your senses, and reduce cognitive function. That's what it does. I'm not going to get into the health benefits that people freaking try to spew, because there really is no health benefits. It's all a detriment. It's all bad for you. And I'm sorry. I'm sorry if it helps your glaucoma, or eases your pain, and you think that it's a freaking lifesaver because of it. It's still bad for you. Guns don't protect, and drugs are bad for you. All drugs are bad for you. That's why you gotta weigh the side effects. You gotta weigh, an addict, so I have to weigh the addictive factors in that as well, because I will become addicted to it. I can become addicted to children's chewable aspirin. So I have to weigh like the benefits of the drug to the fact that it's poison entering my body, and so there's the benefits of the drug, what it gives me, and then there's the effects of the drugs, which is usually bad for me. That's how I look at it all. Everything goes like that. Everything. If the drug I'm taking, and I'm talking about smoking, if smoking is affecting others, that's bad. And I don't have the right or the freedom to affect others with my cigarette smoke. As much as a pain in the ass it is, as horrible as it is, and have them fake coughing. Oh, can't believe you're gonna give me lung cancer. Bullshit. As bullshit as all that is, because it is, I have to respect the fact that they do not want my smoking around them, especially in a public place. I don't have the right in a public place to interfere with them. I don't. Now, if they come to a smoking designated area and do that bullshit, they can go fuck themselves, because this is a smoking designated area, and that if you're a non-smoker, stay away from it. You're allergic to tobacco or allergic to nicotine or whatever the fuck you think you are, whatever fake diagnosis you've given yourself, freaking online doctor, your online diploma, your online doctorate degree. I should just say fake. It's just you're fake. You damn quack. I don't care what that. I don't care. I don't care what you say. This is a smoking designated area, and this is where I'm going to smoke. But if it's not a smoking designated area, and I don't care where it is, if it's interfering with somebody else's life, their ability to function, then that's where you're in the wrong. That's where I'm in the wrong, I should say. Now, I haven't had that displeasure because I haven't had the pleasure of smoking in a long time. But that does exist. It is a consequence. It is a consequence that I'm very well aware of to my smoking. Is smoking good for me? No, smoking's bad for me. But I weigh the benefits the smoking gives me to what is bad, and even the consequences of interfering with somebody else, or the chance of interfering with somebody else by my smoking. And this isn't new for me, but man, has it been sent home to me with the pot smoking. Especially people who smoke pot who don't like cigarettes. What the fuck's up with that? You're anti-smoking, you're allergic to tobacco, but you'll freaking smoke pot? Yeah, fuck yourself on that bullshit. But I have to respect the fact that you don't like smoking. But you have to respect the fact that I don't want your freaking pot around. And I usually don't say anything. I would only say something if they said something to me. They lodged a complaint against me. Kind of like, do restaurant rules. Never send your food back. Walk out, don't pay, don't eat it, but don't send your food back. Not worth it. Never worth it. Never worth it sending your food back. reason I bring up the no smoking is because these might, I might not even be able to post this video today because I might be cut off. And if I'm cut off, I'm cut off. And it is what it is. And Friday I'll have to pay the restoration fee and whatever jokes shit that they come up with. Been with this lousy company for over 5 years now, and they have a monopoly in my town, and I have no choice but to use them, which is the reason why when I'm less than 30 days late with paying, they can send me shut-off notices. They can tell me that they're shutting me off. They can shut me off the day after I'm late. They could shut me off because I have no recourse. Yeah. Even though they took my last month anyway, they can still shut me off before my last month is done, and they can keep all the money that they collected from me when I signed up. Because I am paying a month ahead with them. I'm not even a month behind yet, so I mean it was kind of ridiculous for them to send me a shut-off notice, and then again there is COVID, and I have the shut-off notice, and I'm supposed to already be shut off, so if they call, which they haven't, I gotta tell them I can't pay them till Friday because I don't have any money till I get paid. Yay, 4 tax on all of it if they cut me off, and yay. It's wonderful to be poor. But yeah, so if I can't afford internet, there's definitely no way I'm like getting ready to afford buying cigarettes again. Hoping for 2023. I originally quit smoking because of the debt I accrued for my 50th birthday, which was now, I'm on the 2nd year. That debt I haven't fully paid off yet. Interest, so basically paying another poor tax because bad decisions I've made. I don't know what I'm going to do once everything's all paid up. I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm going to be.
I was about to talk to myself.
In really good shape. And I say this because I'm currently right now, like one bad day, one hospital run away from absolute ruin. From complete and total ruin. To being homeless, having my house seized from me.
And I'm back, by the way.
Literally one bad day away from that. Holding on by a thread.
It's kind of funny that I didn't recognize my own voice.
It's not good news that I'm not the only one that's doing
it. It is funny. I didn't even recognize my own voice. I almost started talking to myself. Okay. And we're looking into doing a couple of changes. Yay! Yay! Thank you, thank you. You guys are so awesome. So I just, because of the, the kind of the crash, a little bit of the crash, I just had an almost 11-hour video. And 3 minutes of it, there was, I think, some copyrighted music in there, but it's only in 3 minute section, and they've claimed the entire 10-hour video, and I'm just like, I already have the whole commercial thing here on Twitch. Now I'm going to have to deal with the commercial thing on YouTube, because then now they can just, literally 10-hour video with, every 15 minutes they can put a commercial in. And the only reason I say I know that they do that is because I had a 7-hour video with, I think it was 30 seconds of copyrighted material, and they claimed the entire video, and it wouldn't let me cut that section out. And yeah, I still to this day have that video. And when it plays, if anybody's ever played it, yeah, they have commercials. I think they did it every 45 minutes. There's a commercial in it, and none of my YouTube videos, show commercials at all. So I'm hoping that I can cut it out. What is all this? And it's actually 2 minutes and 35 seconds. That's a great movie, SD. Did you know that?
Oh, I was thinking like
Nintendo.
Yeah, I was thinking Smash Brothers.
This video can't be trimmed because it's too long. whole section. All right. Let's get back to the show.
The only one in this position. But there is a little bit of comfort that I have knowing that it's like I'm not unique in that. The property line has basically risen so far ahead that even if I get myself above water, out of debt, I'm still going to be poor. I'm not all of a sudden going to have money. I'm still going to be very poor. I'm just going to be poor with less debt. Even if this takes off, even if all of a sudden I become monetized with YouTube, it's not gonna pay enough. It's not gonna pay enough for me to quit my job, no matter how much it is. That's gonna take years after monetization before it even kicks off from there. And I watch what these people go through, and I really, it's not the greatest. It's actually awful. What streamers put themselves through. Professional. I should say, I'm an amateur streamer right now. It's the professional streamers that make a living doing this, being streamer. What they go through, what they put themselves through, and what they sacrifice to do this isn't worth it. It isn't worth it at all. And some are one engagement away, or marriage or divorce or whatever the hell is going on in their life. There's some personal reason that they are just, could even be health problems. They are literally going to be about to lose their streaming revenue, lose their sponsorship. They're just one heartbeat away from it as well. Most monetized streamers don't make any money. Don't make enough money to survive on. And a lot of them are paying more than taxes than the revenue that they bring in. And I just wonder, how is that freaking worth it? I'm not in their shoes. They might have, a sugar mama or sugar daddy, waiting in the wings, and, where they can survive, building up their brand, whatever their brand is, but they can survive building up their brand, and until they can make it. If somebody's in that position, then more power to them. But if you gotta work a job and you gotta stream and you gotta do that, like this is, I haven't even started working full time, yet. I'm working right now till I can put myself in a better position. I put myself out there to be in the better position, which I thought I was going to get, but I did not. So I'm still at my original position, which is a good retirement. Like right now, this job would be great if I was monetized, because I can do this job. I can actually do another job, which is I am waiting for something else to come through. If it does not come through, I am going to resign myself to this job as it is, and I'm going to get a second job. And if this job that I'm doing right now interferes with that second job, I'm going to quit this job, because this job isn't worth it. I'm still considered a part-timer. I've been at it for 10 years, and it can go fuck itself for all I care. This job has done nothing but give me grief and make me feel useless and worthless. It's the reason why I didn't want to identify myself as my job. Because it would mean that I have to admit that I'm worthless. Unvalued. But I put myself into a position because of how they were basically abusing me and abusing the privilege that they knew that I needed the money and I was willing to work, and they could even get away with not paying me for work that I did. It was that bad. It was that awful. I mean, there was one time where I was losing 10 hours every week. 10 hours they would cut. 10 hours of work that I physically did, they would cut out of my freaking paycheck. Because I was going over their budget. And it was just absolutely disgusting. And when I went back to that, where they started cutting it out again, and carving up my freaking day, and then sending me all over freaking Kingdom Come, so that I would, they would think I would get confused or something like that with how I'm getting paid, and then not pay me for hours that I work. The whole thing can go fuck itself. It can all literally just, if it burned to the ground tomorrow, and they're doing a good job of that because of 45. So it's just awful all around. But yeah, I'm at that point where this is the last ditch. But the position I put myself into was really, really good. It was a low impact. It's the reason why most of you will see that I'm online, at noon. After basically working 5 hours. I don't even work a full 40 hours a week. And I can keep this up forever. I would do this job forever. Like I said, if all of a sudden I actually did think that something good was going to come out of with Twitch, when I started on Twitch, that's when I switched to this job from my other one. I thought I was going to have some money from Twitch, and I was going to basically be able to supplement, have them supplement each other. Until I learned exactly how Twitch worked, and exactly how it all boils down, and everything like that. And I also realized that I was never going to get out of debt. Bad thing about taking this job that I did, and yes, an opportunity arose and I took it. But the bad thing about taking this job is that I'm not making as much money as I was making, so I'm not paying down my debts. It's the reason why I am late on my internet payment, which is like one of the first times I've ever been late since I've had it. And I think that they don't even know what to do, because I bought my router, so they can't even claim my router or turn off my router. My router is my router, so they have to actually physically turn me off from the street. Somebody has to come out and turn me off. And I don't know if still there's COVID protocols, or the protocols are now lifted. Who knows? But I still have internet as far as I know as of now. But I might come home and I might not have it. And if that's the case, then I'm going to have to figure out what I'm gonna do. This video and subsequent videos from it, I'll film it all week and then post them all up together. From when I'm back online. I don't have a data plan that would justify me running just data, but I can check some things. I don't have unlimited data, I should say. I went with a cheaper option because I had to go with a cheaper option. I had no choice. That's basically where I'm at. And I know they say don't talk about this stuff. This is the stuff you don't talk about. And if another person was actually talking about it, I mean, I think it's one of the reasons why I kind of like Lux so much, because Lux would say what's going on. Sometimes after the fact, after it's all said and done, but sometimes in the middle. Sometimes, He mentioned that he got kind of screwed with the YouTube payments for a long time and had to pay taxes on it, and he was making a lot of money and didn't have any access to that money, but still had to pay taxes on it as earnings. And it was kind of a bad situation. Turned worse. But like I said, I think that's what attracted me to him. And I found him through Project Melody, which through Project Melody I pretty much found everybody. I wouldn't even know what a VTuber was if it wasn't for Project Melody. Iron Mouse helped me get my voice. I mean, like, I owe the VTuber community a lot. It doesn't seem like I have much, but what I do have, I pretty much owe it to the VTuber community for basically, helping me just keep going. I mean, this has been really difficult for me all the way through, and I try to set some limits because I know that if I didn't set the limits, I would just quit. I would just be enough of this shit. I'm done. And it was becoming too much to keep setting up and doing the streams, and that was really hard. It was really hard to realize that I had to do this change.